Hey everyone, we're back again with another lineup video, and this time it's Pearl. I'm just about to show you all of the lineups that have worked really well and easy for me in competitive ranked games that have helped me to rank up. So let's get into it. So for the first first lineup, usually the spike is planted here. I like to plant it in that corner. The most common lineup you'll usually see is you go into this corner and you look over there and you want to place the crosshair of your thing that pops up right onto the pole.
Molly!
And when you do that, you'll see this is a really good molly. It bounces off the cafe and explodes really quickly, so it's a really good lineup. Next is, if you don't feel like you have much time there, you can be around this area, right? As long as you can see this yellow wall, and you just want to do a simple molly and shoot off of it. So you can aim here. Now the lower you aim, then the faster it will bounce on the ground. So you kind of want to just aim a little bit higher. As you can see, lands perfectly there. So the next lineup, if for whatever reason you're stuck in here, is just move to, you can see the green vines, and you just want to shoot at it.
Molly!
And it just lands perfectly there as well. Next is, let's say for some reason you're at art, and well, towards art, and you can't see them because it's planted there. Well, you can either shoot on the ground like this, quite simple, that works, or you can bounce it off the wall. Here, there's a wall right here, so you can just bounce it off the wall,
Molly!
and lands perfectly. Same thing over here, if you're in dugout for whatever reason, just look over here and shoot it.
Molly!
And you see it just lands perfectly here as well. If it's planted here,
right here,
one way to do it is to come here. Even though this is an art, you can come up to this wall, just wedge yourself there, and you see this part over here, that's where you want to bounce it off. So because of how the molly trajectory works, you kind of just want to aim a little bit below this bar. Doesn't have to be super exact.
Molly!
And just shoot it. You can see it bounces off and lands perfectly here in this plant spot. So another plant that you can do for there is to come here, and this is planted for art, so usually this is what will happen. You just want to wedge yourself in this corner, and then you want to look at this particular spot, and you just want to place
right here.
You just want to place where the top of the diamond sort of box hits. So then you just shoot it.
Molly!
And you'll see it just lands perfectly over here. Anyway, so now we come into the B site. So usually the
spike drop.
You like to plant here for long, and so if it's planted here, you can come right back to this corner. And what you want to do is you want to look here where it creates a right angle, and basically you just want to place your the line right there where the right angle is. Alternatively, if that's hard for you to remember, you can look at this one. This is where the leaf ends, so you can look at this, and you can just place your molly icon right underneath it. So the tip of your molly icon underneath it is fine as well.
Molly!
So when you shoot it, you can see it lands And once again,
Right
bounces
here.
off the wall, so it's really, really good, really quick. And yeah, so that's a good lineup. Next, you can do is you just look at this this orange part, or well, really anywhere here, right? It doesn't have to be exact, and it doesn't matter where you are as long as you can see it. And you just shoot it, and you'll see what happens.
Molly.
It just flies directly there. It's perfect. Now, this is a special one. So if for whatever reason you're in their spawn, it's if you have an ult, it's really nice to play a unpredictable lineup. So if you're in their spawn and you kind of do that,
right here.
you can wedge yourself here, this corner. Just place the tip of your icon molly right here.
Right here.
So if you just do that and you just shoot,
Molly.
you're gonna see that this molly bounces off this and lands right here. Perfect as well. And so in this case, you can plant
Right
it there,
here.
you can plant it there, it doesn't really matter, it's up to you. Because if you plant it
Right
here,
here.
peek it from here a lot easier. But remember, this
Right
box
here.
right here is wall bangable, so it is okay to plant there as well. So next is, if you have someone to plant here, make sure
Right
you're
here.
looking over there to see if it's being diffused or not. So I'll just show you, if you just kind of plant it and you look in that direction, you can see that, you can tell if it's being diffused or not. And so if it's planted over there, you can come here again, and if you look at where this ends, and you kind of look at this second line here, it doesn't matter where you are once again, as long as you match that up, right, as long as you match it up, this is the perfect height for it. So if you just shoot,
Molly.
it lands perfectly on the spike there. Alternatively, you can look at this wall and you can just shoot it
Molly.
as well. And it's perfect. It's just perfect. So, yeah. So another plan that you can do, lineup that you can do, so if you plant
here.
here or here, it doesn't really matter. If you come over here, okay, and wedge yourself in this corner, if you just look around here and just aim there,
Molly.
it's going to bounce off that
Right here.
wall and land perfectly on the spike. If you're in heaven, you can also just bounce it off
Right here.
this board,
Molly.
and you'll see that it lands perfectly there as well. And then afterwards you can peek them. Yeah. You can also hit
Right
this
here.
spot from heaven as well. So if you just over here, just aim above this window
Molly.
and lands perfectly here as well. So yeah, very, very simple mollies. If you're stuck in this corner, same idea. You can just
Molly.
shoot it off this wall. Lands perfectly on the spike over here. Now, a really nice defensive lineup that I've used is from over here. So if I'm playing
Right
B
here.
site and I hear that the
Right
enemies
here.
are coming onto A site, I can
Right
run
here.
into this corner and just aim right here, shoot it,
Molly.
and you'll see that it bounces off this wall and lands perfectly on default plant. So if anyone's planting here, they're going to take a lot of damage from that. So the next defensive molly lineup is if you're playing in mid, you want to come into this corner
Right here.
here. Just be careful when you do this because you are a little bit exposed to mid doors. And pretty much you see this chimney popping out here. You just want to place your molly icon right where it is, just like this, and just shoot it.
Molly.
And so if there are enemies at B ramp, right, if they're just spamming, you know, with marshals or whatever, you'll be able to burn them there. Now another defensive molly lineup is from the same position, but this time instead of placing your molly icon here, you're just going to shoot it with your crosshair right here at the top of the chimney.
Molly.
So it bounces off there and lands perfectly in the spot. You can pair this up with a smoke,
Launching smoke.
just so like in case they don't see the molly, and then they can take burn damage from there. However, I do find that most people don't run this way for some reason. They run this way, I think. So
Right
if
here.
you want a molly here, you just come into the same spot. But this time, instead of looking over there, you just want to look at this part here with your crosshair and just shoot.
Molly.
And it'll bounce off this wall
Right
here.
here.
And there you go. That's another defensive molly lineup. Okay, they won't know what hit him. Anyway, that's it for Pearl, and I hope you guys enjoyed the lineups. As I said, these are the lineups and Molotovs that have worked the best for me, and have really helped me to win games as well. So yeah, hope you guys learned something new. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.